This episode was supported with donations from the community. This winter, when mountain biking was pretty much impossible with the snow and the frost, a friend of mine dragged me to the climbing wall for the first time. And I had to admit, it was brilliant. Rather than waiting for spring to come around on the couch, I decided I'd spend winter at the wall instead. So I set myself a goal. Starting at absolute zero, how many hours would it take to become a reasonably competent climber? Say climbing a route graded 6C or higher. Let's find out. The discipline I'd be attempting was called top rope, which means I had to learn to belay and tie into my harness. Otherwise, bad things can happen. I did a little course, took the test, failed the test, practiced this knot a few more times, and finally got the stamp of approval from the climbing wall. Right, before we start, let's talk about that grade. I asked a number of climbers what would be a good milestone, and almost all of them said it would be cool to try and get from noob to 6C in one season. Just a note on the climbing grading systems here because, well, this is an absolute mess. I'm using the French sport climbing system, and here a 6C corresponds to a 511 on the YDS system. Anyway, the first thing to do was to see what level I was to begin with. But wait, before that, this.
So this is how I'm feeling after my first session of climbing. I feel like I've been hit by a train. Like I'm pumped to go again. I'm definitely going to go back. But everything hurts. I have pain in muscles I didn't even know I had. Climbing is savage.
Piece of cake.
And it didn't take long to find the limit.
That's too hard. That's really hard. Yeah. I feel like I might be too fat.
Not fat, heavy.
Heavy. Muscular. My arms.
They're sore, babe.
To begin with, I could climb at a level 5 or 5 plus and failed at a level 6A. This means I'd have to improve by 5 grades. At this stage, it might have been prudent to maybe get a lesson or focus on a particular technique, maybe do some strength training, but instead of all that, I just decided to go to the wall 3 times a week and try climbs that were way too hard for me, attempting to shortcut my way to a 6C. Here's some footage from that.
Alright, look at the state of these. That's very sore. My fingers are not that fat. You know what actually really helps? Chalk. Why have I not had this chalk bag on the whole time? Why? Right hand, then left.
Eventually, however, I did start to see some improvements.
Nice.
Yes.
Go on, Mike.
It's alright, eh?
What was that?
So I was 10 hours in and I'd went up 3 grades, from 5 plus to 6B. And I'd learned loads, like staying close to the wall so I don't have to lunge for holds, keeping my arms straight when possible, and most importantly, placing my feet properly before moving up. I was right in that honeymoon period of learning where improvements come thick and fast, and it was lovely. new shoes bumped me up another grade almost immediately.
I can walk normally.
So I am like full on obsessed with climbing. I dream about climbing. I think about climbing when I wake up. I think about climbing before I go to bed. Every spare moment I have, all I want to do is go to the climbing wall. This has transitioned from a work project to a full-on obsession.
I mean, I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but he's new.
I did it. I did it.
I've never had this before. What is this? Feels good.
Yep, and then get that other foot. Yep, and then, yeah.
I just can't imagine me ever not climbing now. It's just one of the things I do.
Piece of cake! Alright, that's pretty consistently getting 6B pluses. So, you know, we're getting there.
By the way, I should mention that this whole video was shot at A Vertical World in Dundee. A huge thanks to them for giving me filming access for weeks to make this video. If you're in the area, you should check it out. I've only shown the top rope area here, but there's a whole lead climbing section and an entire bouldering gym downstairs from where I am. Go check it out. It's well worth a visit. Alright, honeymoon over. It was time to actually attempt the grade I'd set out to climb. I was 46 hours deep into this project and feeling confident.
You're gonna do it, babe.
It looks okay. I think I got it.
The difficulty jump of just one grade was immediately apparent. I could get the first couple of moves, but soon the holds felt just microscopic.
That was a bit of cheating. No, you're just giving up.
It's impossible.
Oh.
These are just crap. They look good from below, but look. It looks like a jug,
Yeah.
but it is not a jug.
Let's try a different 6C.
Ah! I'd like to get past that. Oh, that's so hard! Oh God. Alright, so I think that what we need to do is actually focus on just one route to be able to get that down, because I'm just not good enough to just flash 6Cs. And I can get a little bit up, I can get off the ground, but then I get to a hard bit and I need to problem solve it. So we're going to focus on one, and it has to be fair. This black one is the one we're going to do.
The climb I was going to focus on was this black 6C. It's not particularly reachy, requires no dynamic moves, and has only two very slight overhangs. So why is it hard? It's these tiny, fingery holds. As a beginner, finger strength is my biggest problem, and these are minuscule. At least I could get off the ground though.
That's the wrong hand. Oh, this one's crap.
Oh.
Right. That is suitably difficult. I'm going to come back next time and work on that. I think it's doable. Halfway is promising. this. Let's just come down.
Right, just go back.
So the rope was like, my waist was here and the rope was pulling my hand. So I needed to let off for a second, but I just didn't have any strength to do it. I don't have it. I don't have it.
Would that count?
So I don't think I can do this. It's that hole there.
So here's the stats. Over a span of 51 days, I went to the wall 4 times a week, totaling 28 sessions. In total, it took me 56 hours of training and learning to go from never having climbed before to a 6C. Since filming this video, I've put in another 40 hours and continue to improve. This video was supported via a tip jar model. Many generous viewers contributed through Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee to help make this happen. Thank you so much to all that donated. I am forever grateful. If you feel like I've earned it, you can make a contribution via the links down below. Oh, and if you want me to try bouldering, which I've heard is fun, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, see you next time. Peace.